Alright, let's get into this tier list. Let me make sure I have it all sorted first. Also guys, you're hearing me out right now. If you are currently looking for a PC or PC parts, be sure to check out this link that I'm about to put in the chat. Check out Artisan Builds. I am currently an ambassador for them, meaning that if you do purchase anything from them and you use the code THE4FILLS while you purchase them, you can get up to $200 off of your purchase. Alright, so keep that in mind if you are currently looking for PC, a custom PC build, or just some PC parts. You can save yourself some money by using this code. Okay, alright, let's get this started. Yo, the default setup starts you with from S tier to like D tier. I don't know if there's any D tier characters in this game. I think I'm gonna like get rid of this one right here. I might get rid of D tier for now. Let's get rid of D. So let's start with the first character. So we start with Abigail. I'm gonna put him at C tier. I kind of think Abigail might be the worst character in the game right now. He got nerfed heavily. Like, he's got bad recovery. He's slow. He still does a lot of damage, but he's more whiff punishable now. He might be one of the only characters I end up putting at C. I'm gonna put Akuma at A. I still think Akuma is very strong. He's a very strong character. He still has all the tools. The fact that he still has all the tools in the game hasn't changed. That alone still holds him very high in the tier list, in my opinion. I don't think he's S tier simply because he has been weakened and the stuff that was unfair has not completely disappeared, but it has definitely weakened a lot. And he's still got low health. Alex is a scary character now. I'm gonna put Alex in B tier. I think Alex still struggles in some matchups, but it's like, I don't think his V triggers are enough to make his bad matchups like that much better. He's still gonna struggle. V trigger 2, he still has to hit confirm in order to get the Oki and stuff. V trigger 1, the parry is also a read, so I think the consistency there is not that great. But the matchups he's good in, I think he's does very well in. Burag is definitely going on S tier. I think the S tier role, I might have it as an order. Apart from that, all the other rows are not ordered. Burag is definitely S tier in my opinion. I just think he deletes so many characters from the game. He did struggle against grapplers, like characters like Laura, for example. But with V-Shift in the game now, he doesn't have that much of a problem, and that straight is deletes a lot of characters from the game straight away, in my opinion. He has a huge damage output. He's got a lot of health, skip neutral moves, and he has good neutral as well. He has no cross-up. Does he need one? No. Birdie? I put Birdie in B. I don't think Birdie's that bad. I can see Birdie next to Alex. I think Birdie's okay. He's definitely been toned down from previous seasons and stuff, but I think he can still be played. Blanca? I see a lot of people put Blanca at like D tier, like the worst in the game and stuff. I don't know why. I know we haven't seen many results from Blanca, but like, I don't think he's a bad character. His V triggers are scary. V trigger 2 and V trigger 1 are scary, in my opinion. Those are like, you get mixed up. Those are not bad. Blanco Ball, if your character can't deal with Blanco Ball very well, you're already gonna struggle a little bit. Cammy? Do I even need to, like, come on. I don't think there's much to say about Cammy in general. I'm just gonna put it up here and you guys can debate me in the comment section. Will I reply to the comment section to debate about Cammy? Absolutely not. I'll reply for anything else, but I'm not debating about it. Cammy is top 1. If you want to say she's top 2, that's fine. This is my tier list. Chun-Li, B tier. I can see her in B tier. The B tier characters are probably going to be characters that have like, they are good characters and they can win, but they have too many matchups that are really uphill for them. That they can still win, but the matchups are just... Cody? Okay, Cody's A tier. Cody, this character is a menace. I disagree with level 2 Zonk. I don't know why that actually exists. He already has like unreactable EX Zonk, right? But then why do you give it level 2 and level 3? So unreactable wall bounce, safe on block. I don't know why they wanted to turn him into Bullrog and also give him a dash punch with Ruffian Kick. Every Cody starts the round off with medium Ruffian for no reason, because they can get away with it. He just struggles with particular zoners. Dalsim, Mana, maybe Poison. I'm not sure how hard Poison is, but I've definitely heard Cody players complain about the Poison matchup. Dan is a tricky one. There's not too many Dan players that I know of. But I don't think Dan is a bad character. I think he's also like stays in B. There's definitely some Dan specialists that make the character work. His block strings with V-Score 2 are amazing. Dalsim. Alright, nobody's gonna debate me on this. Nobody, I repeat, no one is debating me on this. Moving on to E Honda. E Honda B tier. E Honda, I think, also made delete some characters in the game, similar to like kind of like Bullrog, but it's not as oppressive as the way Bullrog would do it, in my opinion. I think Bullrog is a character that you can have multiple different playstyles with, whereas with Honda, I feel like the way the character is designed, he's pretty much fixed into certain types of playstyles. So I think just by design, he's gonna struggle against certain characters. Oh, we have Ed. I'm putting Ed in B. Ed has changed a lot throughout the seasons. You know, he used to be very bad. He used to be awful. Then he was okay, and now he's actually good. He's actually very good. He has matchups that he dominates in, and also matchups he struggles in. I think he's around the mid-range in terms of characters. Do you know what? I may need to add an A-, because I do think that Ed is a better character than everyone in that B list, apart from Alex. Ooh, next we have the one and only, the queen herself. I know you guys are expecting downplay. You're not gonna get downplay from me. I'm gonna be honest. This character is going right here. I don't know where you thought I was gonna put her. This is where the character belongs. Nah, I'm joking. I think she's A-. The matchups that she loses are usually the tournament winning characters. So currently we're seeing a lot of Dalsim. Currently we're seeing a lot of Cammy, Karen, Bullrog a lot. We're seeing Poisons. Those characters that are dominating right now, she does really bad with. Those are actually her worst matchups. So if you're a Falc player and you make top 8, most likely that entire top 8 will be filled with 6-4 matchups that she loses onwards. To 7-3 to onwards. Oh, Fang? Okay, Fang is... I think Fang's B. Fang players have been like doing damage these days, but I still think he's B. I just think the Fang players are really good. But I would keep Fang in B tier right now in terms of his matchups and stuff. Gil. I don't know why everyone thinks Gil is like the worst character in the game. I don't think Gil's neutral is that bad. His Oki is weak, but I think his damage output and neutral is decent. His damage output is insane. His V-Trigger 1 is good. V-Trigger 2 can definitely get you. It might not be the most consistent V-Trigger, but V-Trigger 2 can get you. It's literally a 50-50. Whether you V-Shift or not, there's setups for all of that. And I would actually not like to play a Gil in pools or in any bracket. I wouldn't enjoy playing a Gil because he's just a dangerous character who can touch you twice and you die. Oh, G. Okay, G is A-. G is not that popular anymore. But I don't think it's because he's gotten any worse. I think he got buffed like the most recent patch. I think G's still a good character. I don't think he's bad at all. V-Shift hurt every command grab character. I don't think he's any different. He can still... And he's one of the grapplers that have good neutral, like Alex. I think he survived the patch. Gao? Bro, Gao? Bro, come on. Gao is actually a S-tier character. He's another one that pretty much has all the tools that he needs. I don't think anything makes Gao less than a S-tier character or close to being a perfect character. He also deletes a lot of characters. I think Gao is very strong. He has great anti-airs. He's got good pressure. Sonic boom game, everything. What does he has an air throw, reversal. What does he really need in general that he doesn't have? Ibuki, I'm gonna keep her at B. Ibuki's a good character, but I do think I think V-Shift definitely hurt Ibuki more than a lot of other characters. Most Ibuki players use V-Trigger 2, and I think V-Shift definitely hurt that a little bit. I think some are trying to use V-Trigger 1 now because V-Shift happened, but I haven't seen much of it. I think V-Shift hurt Jump Kunai and it hurt V-Trigger 2 mix-ups, so now she needs to do more outside of V-Trigger, whereas before her V-Trigger was broken. Oh, Juri is going in B as well. I think she's a pretty average character. Good character, but has some hard matchups that's just hard to deal with. I don't think Juri changed that much between patch. I think V-Shift helped Juri. It definitely helped her hit and run style. Kage, I'm gonna put Kage in B. Kage is cool. Karen, who's going in S tier? She's just like, Karen is a weird one because you can definitely tell Karen has matchups that are not in her favor. Like when you see Karen Poison, you can tell Poison has the upper hand. When you see Karen Dalsim, you can tell Dalsim has the upper hand. But it's just always just like one low forward away from losing. Like it's in your favor, but that one hit is all it takes to start everything. It's hard to call it a bad matchup, even though on paper it's supposed to be a bad matchup, but all it really takes is that one crouch medium kit. But she's definitely still an S-tier character in my opinion. Ooh, Ken. Okay, this is a nice one. I think Ken has skyrocketed up the tier list. Ken is very scary. Probably the best back throw in the game, probably top 5, top 3 corner pressure in the game. Got a great dash, hit confirms, he gets Oki from everything. He's got 2 good V triggers. I don't think many people can debate that Ken is probably the best he's ever been outside of season 1. Colleen, I'm putting Colleen in the A tier. Some people put her in S tier, I can't do it. The only reason I can't put her in S tier is because she has a clear weakness, which is projectile characters. A lot of people say, well, when she has V trigger too, it doesn't really matter. I understand that, but then you're relying on V trigger. What if you're not able to make use of that V trigger the way you wanted to, or your V trigger runs out and you didn't have enough time or the chance to make use of it? If your character only relies on V trigger to deal with fireballs and you don't have any external tools outside of that, then I think your character still struggles in that matchup in general. Laura, I'm putting Laura in the A tier as well. Laura is probably the only character in the A tier, only based on her V trigger. Her neutral's okay already, she doesn't have bad neutral. The probability of her making a comeback in V trigger is a lot higher than any V trigger character in this game, in my opinion. I think she gets too many chances in V trigger to make that comeback. Even with Urian's Aegis, right? Aegis happens within like 10 seconds. After that 10 seconds is over, you're out of it. The second Aegis is never as strong as the first one. They have to do particular, like, actual specific setups for it to work. If they just do it raw, it's never as scary as the first one. However, with Laura, Laura's V trigger lasts quite a while. She doesn't need to set up much. All she really has to do is backdash into a clap, and then she walks you down to the corner, and it's just peak. It's just peak from there. Lucia. I might put Lucia in C tier. Not so much experience against Lucia, but like, I just haven't seen anything that great from her. And every time Lucia gets buffed, I don't think the buffs are like very game changing. I feel like Lucia's kind of been in the same spot for a long time now in general. When V-Skill 2s came out, people were excited, but her V-Skill 2 ended up being really bad. So, Bison. I'm putting Bison over here. I think V-Shift helped Bison out a lot. Characters like Zangief and stuff, he has more options against grapplers. Similar to Balrog, right? Where he had issues against grapplers, but V-Shift really helped him out so he can play his game plan for longer periods of times and stay a little bit more slippery, a bit more safe. I think Bison is one of those characters that benefited from V-Shift a lot. Good neutral, great pressure, he's always plus on block. Skip neutral moves, scissor kick, EX scissor kick. He's got good air approaches with Devil's Reverse. He's got really good throw range, he's got health. I think Bison's a good character, and he's a V-trigger character too, and both of his V-triggers and both of his V-skills are very strong. He's not one of those characters that only use one loadout. He can go with anything, he can switch it up, and they're both really strong too. Menat is going up there, A tier. She's got a really good zoning, she's a hard character to whiff punish. The main reason she's up there is simply because her V-trigger is too good for her not to be up there. When I was talking about V-triggers to rival Laura's, I forgot about Menat. Menat is that character. 100% Menat is that character. Her V-trigger definitely rivals Laura's. She's one of the characters where it doesn't really matter how hard the matchup is sometimes. If you get that V-trigger activated, you're never out of it. Similar to Laura. Nash. Are we putting Nash in A- or B? See, I don't think I'm putting Nash over E Honda. Nash can go in B. Nash has definitely improved from what he was. He used to be like C. We got Nikali. Nikali can stay in B. Ooh, I don't think he's bad. People think he's bad. I don't know why. I think he's still got a good V trigger. I think his neutral is still okay. V skill 1, the ground slam, that hurts a lot of characters, and that alone makes a lot of matchups hard for a lot of characters. And if your character can't deal with that very well outside of just jumping, right, then he's getting V trigger from it. And if he activates, his V trigger's not running out, and he's got a throw loop mid screen with his back throw. His CA punishes a lot of things from full screen. He's got a command grab, a free frame, a EXDP. I don't know why this character is said to be like terrible right now. I think he's still okay. Poison, get up there. I think Poison is probably the most. I want to play the game, but I don't want to play the game. So please play the game for me character. That's all I have to say about Poison. Mika. Mika can go in B as well. V-Shift definitely hurt Mika, but I think Nadeshko is still a really good V-Trigger that still forces situations to happen regardless of V-Shift. Both V-Trigger 1 and V-Trigger 2 still force a situation that can potentially lead into just winning the entire game. Rashid, he has to be the sneakiest S tier. It's like he's S tier. Everyone knows he's S tier, but no one really speaks on it, and I don't know why. But we all know. Oh, Ryu. Put Ryu in B tier. It's funny because I remember when the patch dropped, when he got like 3 paragraphs of just straight buffs. Everyone thought he was going to be like top 5, and then that died out within like 2 weeks. He's still a good character. He's definitely not bad. Now we have Sagat. I also think Sagat is better. I don't think Sagat's bad. I think Sagat's good. I just think it takes a lot to be good with Sagat, and you have to be a certain type of person to really want to take Sagat far. I think he's more of a matchup specific type of character right now than Sakura. Sakura has to be an A+. She's like the thing that makes her A+. At the end of the day, I think it's all about her walk speed, because I think she struggles against some zoners, right? But her walk speed makes it really hard for zoners and characters that want to keep her out to space themselves properly, because she gets in too quickly just from walking and blocking. I think she's an A+ character. Good V-triggers, V-trigger 1 and 2, I think they're both good. She's got a great look forward. Let me think about what's bad about Sakura. Maybe her anti-airs. Crouch Fierce is actually a pretty good anti-air. And she has an air throw too. But this character's completely fine. Her fireball game is not the strongest unless it's fully charged. Her like regular fireball game. But she has really good damage output. And her ulti could be better. But I don't think you want to give a character with that type of walk speed. I don't think you want to give that character great ulti. Oh, Seth. Seth is an A+ character. V-Trigger 2 is busted. I just got robbed by V-Trigger 2 in Singapore. He's got good neutral. He's got 2 good V skills that you can use depending on the matchup. V-Trigger 1 is still ridiculously good. It's just that V-Trigger 2 is unfair. So he's got a really good VT and an unfair VT. And you can use both of them whenever you want. A DP anti-air, free frame. That's a good character if you ask me. I'm doing it. I don't care. I think Seth is S tier. Urian an S tier character too. He's got great tools, skip neutral moves that are safe on block. He's got a fireball game, a great fireball in V-Skill 2. He's got armor. He's got arguably the best V-Trigger in the game in Aegis Reflector. You know what's funny about Urian? Urian has a V-Trigger 2 that is actually good, but Aegis Reflector is so good that people don't care about V-Trigger 2. If Urian players were to use V-Trigger 2 and lab V-Trigger 2 and only use V-Trigger 2, Urian players will still be very good and will still get good results. Maybe not as much as Aegis, but they'll be fine. Trust me, they'll be fine. But V-Trigger 1 is just that much better. Vega's B tier. I'll put Vega. Okay, Zangief C tier. This game's not really doing much for Zangief. If you're playing Zangief in 2021, you just wanna come on grab people, I guess. You wanna be the casino. That's what you want. Zeku. Zeku's going in A+. He's a very versatile character. He's got 2 forms. He can play defensively, offensively. He's got 2 good V-triggers. He hasn't got many weaknesses in general. I just think that I'm putting him in A+ because he does have to switch forms. I think that's something people don't take into consideration. Yes, very quickly and he can switch forms very easily, but he does have to switch form. If you have him in a certain form and your character beats that form of Zeku, like if he beats old Zeku, you know that he has to switch to young Zeku. So that already, you can establish the type of game plan that, okay, if I have him in old Zeku, I'm going to try and keep him in old Zeku and don't give him any time to switch to young Zeku. That already, I think, is like, it hurts Zeku in a way, because if you're playing Zeku and you know that you need to play young Zeku and you start off the game in old Zeku, it's already a minor disadvantage. Rose. I think Rose is B tier. I think Rose is kind of similar to Ryu. They're okay, they're good characters, but I just think that projectiles in this game, they just get denied. They get denied too much. Akira. You guys know I love Kiki. I'm gonna put Akira in A-. The reason I put her in A- is because I think she just, when I look at her matchup chart, she's not one of those characters that just deletes other characters from the game. Her matchup chart is full of 5/5s and slight advantages and slight disadvantages. And I think a character like that can win. Of course she can win with a character like that. But she doesn't completely destroy anyone in the cast, in my opinion. I think she could be very dominant against, like, maybe against Laura. She struggles against projectiles as well, by the way. Here's the thing, her heavy DP goes through projectiles, but doing it consistently all the time is not something that is realistic, in my opinion. Similar with Ken. Ken players can heavy DP through fireballs, cool, but it's not something that happens 100% of the time. People are still getting zoned out by Gao, right? I think she still has a weakness when it comes to projectile characters in general. But she is very strong regardless. Her V-Trigger 1 is busted, and her V-Trigger 2 is also good. I think her V-Trigger 2 is okay. Oro. Oro is weird. I'm putting Oro in A-. Oro's V-Trigger 2, is it V-Trigger 2? Tengu Stones is ridiculous. He has Menat's V-Trigger without the Menat execution, but with more explosive damage than Menat. Menat has to do 99 hit combos, whereas Tengu Stones, 10 stones hit you at once. And if you choose to take the throws, he gets like 4 or 5 throws back to back if you choose to just take all of them. He's got a fireball zone in game. He's got pretty good buffers and pokes that he can throw out here and there. But this character's true like terror lies within Tengu Stones. Tengu Stones is ridiculously good. Luke. I'm currently still learning the Luke matchup in general. The way I see Luke right now, my opinion on Luke might change until my next tier list, but right now, the way I feel about Luke, Luke's damage from like crouch medium kicks kind of pretty much rivals like Karen's. Not even just crouch medium kicks, with punishes in general. The damage he gets definitely rivals Karen's, and I think he might do more damage in some situations. Especially in the corner, I think he does more damage and stun. He has good forward walk speed. From what I've seen, he's got a pretty good backdash. He's got a fireball game. He's got a DP and forward moving normals, which is always good actually. If your character struggles against zoners and stuff, forward moving normals that are safe to throw out is always good. It just closes the gap and makes zoners uncomfortable. So I think that kind of covers that aspect of the game of him struggling against zoners. If you have forward moving specials that are actually safe, for example Bison Scissor Kick, then that covers a lot in that matchup. We didn't even talk about his V-Trigger. His V-Trigger 1 doesn't run out first of all. It actually restores itself if you choose to just let him be Capcom. But anyways, I think this is pretty accurate. Actually, let me order the S tier. I'm going to put Cammy at number 1, Rashid 2, I'm going to put Karen 3. I'm then going to put Urian 4, Darsim 5, Poison 6, Burak 7, Gal 8, Seth 9. I think I'm fine with this. What do you guys think? This is my tier list, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. This is how I feel about the current version of Street Fighter 5. In conclusion, I do think this is the most balanced version of the game. I think every character this patch has a chance of winning and doing well. I think it's overall pretty balanced the way the game is, and it's a shame that everything is all online and stuff now, but I'm happy with the way the game is right now. I hope you guys did enjoy the video. If you did, feel free to like and subscribe for more videos in the near future. And also, before I leave you guys, I want to say, if you guys do watch my videos, make sure you guys check out my Twitch channel. I do stream on Twitch, twitch.tv/thefulfills. The link will be in the description under the comment section. Click the link. I'm always streaming on Twitch. That's where I stay every day, all the time, Monday to Friday. Sometimes I do weekends, sometimes I don't. But we stream for long hours, guys. We're always on stream. These videos are little 10 minutes, 8 minute clips. When we're streaming on Twitch, we're there for hours. So if you guys want to chill and hang out, join the squad. Make sure you guys do check out the Twitch channel in the description down below. Peace.